How in the world do buyers find houses these days? Are they finding houses by looking at flyers? Are they on social media? Are they watching a ton of ads online? Where exactly are buyers looking for your property? My name is Jamin Goecker. I'm a realtor in South Central Alaska, and my mission is to help you to build an intentional and significant legacy for yourself and your family by coaching you in real estate. And today I'm going to be talking about where buyers are finding houses these days. And this is important because if we know this tells us where we need to be putting the bulk of our effort for the advertising and the marketing of your property. Before we get started though, do make sure you go ahead and like this video, subscribe, and let's go ahead and jump into today's video. Now, what we're seeing is, according to the National Association of Realtors and the studies they've conducted, is that there's a whopping 51% of the buyers out there who find their houses that they end up actually purchasing, they found it online. Now, this is a whopping 51% because everything else includes, working with an agent, which that was 34%. That was the second highest source where buyers will actually find their property. Okay, was it the sign or was it the actual open house itself? How much of that was the sign? How much of that was the open house? It's a little hard to tell there. And then you've got other sources like online print, social media. I actually saw the print for the newspapers constituted less than 1%. So you can definitely see we're not going to be spending a whole lot of time committed to online print. But what we're seeing is the very big lion's share of where all the attention right now is for buyers is going to be online. So that's number one. So if we're looking at the ways that we need to direct our attention when we're looking at marketing your property, we really make sure that your property looks great online and that we are making sure it's positioned as well as it possibly can. And by that, I mean the photos need to be on point. Make sure that it's really going to show in its best light as far as the staging. So make sure that your house is clean, make sure that it's cleared off, make sure that it's not going to have any big turnoffs for the particular property. If it's a property with a lot of land or the scenery is a big deal, make sure we get some kind of drone footage out there as well, just to make sure that it shows as good as it possibly can. We are going to make sure that we do not commit a whole lot of time to these strategies that don't really turn up a whole lot of results, such as flyers. I've had a lot of sellers recently, because we're starting to see properties sit on the market longer now. We've seen a lot of, usually in the past couple of years, you put it out on the market, it's priced to where it needs to be, it'll sell within a couple of days. Well, now days on market is starting to get a little bit longer. And so some people are they're starting to question flyers again, because flyers will give you some sense that you're actually making progress when in reality, not really. It's usually going to be cultivating those relationship with real estate agents and making sure the property shows in its best possible light. If we've missed that, then chances are we're going to be down to pretty much hoping for a chance. Really, we're just hoping for a lucky break that it's eventually going to catch somebody's attention as they're driving by, and that's not really a good strategy if we want to have a good result. Let's take a break real quick. If you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, you do know that I focus primarily on the South Central Alaska area. And while that's going to remain the case moving forward, we are actually going to be partnering with our colleagues across the entire state to bring you market updates for what's going on inside the markets of each one of the big market centers here in the state of Alaska, looking at Fairbanks, Kenai, Homer, Kodiak, and Juneau/the Southeast area. So this is going to be a very exciting project called the Trailblazer project. I've not seen this done in any other state before, where we are bringing you all the market updates for the entire state under the roof of one channel. So this is going to be a lot of fun. So when you guys are seeing market updates coming from people who aren't just me on the channel, you know what's going on there. If you guys are really nice, then we might actually be able to convince some of these folks to actually provide some more content and talk specifically about what it's like living in their market. So when you see these videos pop up, make sure to jump over there, give them plenty of likes, plenty of love, give them lots of comments, and just know that that's fulfilling kind of the mission we still have on the YouTube channel to help you build an intentional and significant legacy for yourself and your family by coaching you in real estate, whether that be in South Central Alaska or anywhere else in Alaska that we have our colleagues in at the moment. So just want to make you aware of that, and let's go and finish today's video. So for that reason, we really do focus more so on the internet and how it's going to be found, who's going to be looking for it. So if I'm designing an ad, like let's say specifically on YouTube, I'm going to be designing an ad that's going to be going to people who are going to be wanting this particular property, and based on their buying habits, based on exactly what their searches are, what kind of searches, where exactly they're going on the internet. If they're looking at a bunch of moving sites, and then it tells me, they're probably looking at making a move here in the near future, and really just letting Google do most of the heavy lifting for us. And that's going to be how we do our marketing, trying to get the property in as front of as many people as we possibly can. So I sure hope this has been useful for you. It's kind of been a kind of shorter video than what we usually have. This one is pretty straightforward. Have to be able to show the property really well online, and not putting it online like I've seen some people want to do. It can be done. It's more a matter of luck if we do manage to make it happen, and not 100% guarantee that it'll actually end with as good a results than if we had put it online. So I hope this is useful, and we'll see you next time.